Welcome to Impact Masters Podcast in collaboration with Africa's Talking Retold Podcast, where every conversation sparks new insights. Join us as we delve into the stories of extraordinary individuals who are shaping our world, movers and shakers in tech, policymakers, entrepreneurs, entertainers, and all those whose stories are worth telling. Get ready to be inspired, challenged, and transformed. Welcome, and let's embark on this journey of discovery together. Impact Masters Podcast. You can check us out on all social media platforms. You can also find us across all podcast channels. Simply search for Impact Masters, then subscribe, follow, and share. www.impactmasters.io. Here's your host, Michael Kamathi.
Thank you so much. It's another beautiful day of the Lord. I want to welcome you again to this amazing podcast with an amazing guest in another beautiful day that was made by the Lord. And without further ado, this is Impact Masters Podcast in collaboration with the Retold Podcasts, brought to you by Africa's Talking in collaboration with Impact Masters, showcasing Impact Masters and stories that are worth being retold. And today we have an amazing guest. But before that, Africa's Talking, you can find Africa's Talking products at africastalking.com. We provide and enable and empower developers to build scalable businesses using SMS API, Voice API, USSD API. And now we have WhatsApp and the Chat API and insights to prevent fraud in other unauthorized business, which powers fintech and banks. So check out www.africastalking.com. Today, I'm your host, Michael Kamathi, one and only. You can call me MK anytime. Just building the ecosystem and also ensuring that you're telling African and tech authentic stories across the world. And today we have one amazing guest by the name of Kevin Karuga, or Karuga as we call him. And this is not just another ordinary guest. Is a guest that his story is worth telling, which actually becomes quite interesting to see how tech evolves, how we have come a long way, especially when you talk about policy, you talk about governance, you talk about the law of the land, you talk about scaling businesses across Africa. This one chief you want to talk to give his experiences. He has worked with the banking ecosystem. He has worked with the now tech, and he has a wealth of experience from ensuring that the compliance. He has contributed immensely when it comes to legal matters and in relation to tech, and even now with the data privacy. And we'll talk about all this. But before that, as we normally make our practice, we cannot tell an African's man story without knowing who he is. And without further ado, how are you, Karuga?
Aha, very well.
Yes.
I can hear myself.
You can hear yourself?
Yes.
Welcome, man.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very happy to be here.
Yes.
It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
And it's good to be on this hot seat.
It's not that hot, by the way. Because anyway, at the end of the day, it's such stories like yours actually that will bring more, maybe 50, 60 Karugas who will support businesses at scale like Africa's Talking with the intention of building, businesses that actually matter in terms of empowering different people, the unlikely characters that you don't meet every day.
Yeah.
Because when you think about Africa's Talking is more like the person who is not unbanked, the person who doesn't have 3G, the person who cannot access internet, but they still need these services. Maybe health, maybe they're into agriculture, maybe fintech. How do we ensure they really get these services without breaking a bank, but also, again, without breaking any law, right? Mm-hmm. So when and we'll get there, but I'm sure anytime someone is asked when they're growing up, what do you want to be? They say that doctor, engineer, or lawyer. right?
Yes.
But sometimes we don't know what you're saying. It's just because these terms have been thrown around to be the like definition of success.
Yeah.
But they have never had a story of a lawyer and how it goes about. But we are lucky, I think, amongst many podcasts that exist out there, but even more in tech. To be able to have this conversation. So where were you born, Karuga?
Very interesting.
Yes.
I was born here in Nairobi.
Yes.
Pumwani maternity.
Aha.
Those days I was born in 1990. And that was a time when Kenya was just moving into multi-party politics.
Yes.
I was born on a Friday. So Fridays are good.
Yes, I was also born on a Friday.
At the beginning of the year, actually.
Yes,
I was born on a Friday, first week of the year, in January. So it's Nairobi. I was born in Nairobi. As a small boy, of course, now.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Of course, I cannot ask you how was it because no one knows where they were born, how it was.
There, yes.
But were you schooled in Eastlands? I understand also. People when they hear Pumwani, well, the first thing that comes in their mind is Eastlands. But Eastlands actually, especially Buruburu, it was a bit structured. It was actually affluent. There was the side that was affluent. And for the who is who, there was a side that was struggling, even in Eastland.
Yeah.
But nowadays, with the development and with the new structures and new, progress, Eastland is not considered as progressive as back in the day.
Yeah.
So for you, did you grow up there, or you guys moved, or?
So I was born, as I said, in Pumwani. Pumwani maternity was the hospital then. But when I was born, we lived in Kangemi. So when I was a small boy, basically Kangemi. But then my formative years, I was brought up in Kirinyaga.
Yes.
So mostly with my mother and my grandmother.
Yeah.
My earliest memories are maybe around 9.
Okay.
So basically,
2 years old.
Yes, my setting was in Kirinyaga.
Okay.
Because what happened is when my mother gave birth to me, she had to go back to school.
Okay.
And so I was left with my grandmother, who took care of me for most of my formative years.
Okay.
That was 1990. So around up to 1994.
Okay.
So I remember joining nursery school.
Yes.
At Mutira Primary School.
In Kirinyaga. Yes.
In 1994.
Yes.
I remember going to school with my elder cousins who are older than me.
Yes.
Michael and Christine. So Michael was older than us.
Yes.
And because we used to go early in the morning. It was very tedious for my grandmother. I remember, so my grandmother used to prepare me to go to nursery school, and she fondly says that one of my feet was smaller than the other one, such that there was one shoe that never fit. So as she always tried to put on, to help me put on my shoe in the morning, but it never fit a lot of times. So, ensuring that it fits. And to ensure that she did not struggle too much in the morning, my auntie, now the mother to Michael and Kristen, told her, why don't you just prepare him, and then they can be going together with these others. So those are my earliest memories. In 94. That was, but I was in Mutira Primary School very briefly.
Yes.
Because now in 1994, maybe I was there maybe for a term. I joined my mother in Nairobi, and we were living at Kahawa Wendani at the time, and I was enrolled to a school called Torrens Academy. So again, that's where I did my pre-unit school, and it was those days was pre-unit, and I think I may have joined standard 1. So between 1994 to to 1995, I was at Torrance Academy.
Yeah.
But then I was transferred to Kenyatta University Primary School. In 1996.
Okay.
Where I joined Standard 1.
Yeah. Kenyatta Primary School.
Kenyatta University Primary School.
Yes.
And at the same time, so we were still living at Kahawa Wendani.
Yeah.
If you know where Kahawa Wendani is,
Yes.
at that time, of course, there was no super highway.
Yes.
So we used to go to school. I mean, we were a group of boys and girls.
Yes.
So we used to go. We had to cross the road.
Yeah.
From this other side of Kahawa, you know where they are now building. I've seen
the overpass.
There are houses that are being built just opposite Kahawa. Just opposite Kenyatta University.
Okay.
There's a new construction that has come up
Yes.
there. There used to be a big field,
Yeah.
a big land. So we used to cut through that land.
Yes.
And we had to cross the road to get into KU Primary,
Yes.
to get into Kenyatta University itself.
Yes.
And it was very risky because a lot of kids used to get accidents along that road.
Knocked by cars or?
Yes, knocked by cars.
Okay.
And because of that, my mother had to move into Kenyatta University. And it was very difficult to get a place to live inside Kenyatta University because people who lived in Kenyatta University were only staff.
That's what I'm curious about. Like,
Yes.
what connection is this?
So my mother was not a staff.
Yeah.
But somehow I can't quite remember what happened.
Yeah.
But she was able to get accommodation. We were able to get a house.
Yes.
Where now, just next to the school, in Kenyatta University, there's just next to Kenyatta University Primary School, there's a place called Soweto.
Is it the one that now is KM or?
No, not KM. KM is far.
The other side.
The other side.
Behind the university.
Yes, but now this is, you get into the university, the proximity of exactly where KU Primary is. In fact, when you're on the super highway, you are able to see Kenyatta University Primary School as you pass the super highway.
Yeah.
So right behind Kenyatta University Primary School, that is where we used to have Soweto. And Soweto used to house a lot of, I would say, not very senior staff.
The support staff.
Most of our subordinate staff were the ones who were housed there. So, and then just neighboring is the barracks. Is the
Kahawa Wendani barracks.
The Kahawa barracks. So where we lived, we shared a fence with on this side,
the military.
With the military.
Yes.
And then on this side, of course, there was a school. And then now we were basically in the confines of Kenyatta University.
Yes.
And now I think these are the years when I actually remember a lot. Because these are the years when I start being cognizant of what's around me. Politics. And I think that's the time I started hearing of President Moi properly. And President Moi used to pass Kenyatta University, we used to go and line up.
Yeah.
When he's passing
by the road,
and we would clap for him. Karibu, singing Mtukufu Rais. And I remember one time when President Moi was passing, and we were told Mzee anapita. So we had to run. So we had to wait on the sides of the road.
Yes.
And this time he came and stopped right outside the gate of Kenyatta University. And I was right at the forefront, and I kept pushing my way until I got to his limousine. And now, as he is speaking, I could practically see the president. And it was a surreal moment. I wanted to be him. Because this is a towering figure.
And this time you're in class 1.
That time I was in class 1. That could be 1997.
Yeah.
Thereabout.
Yeah.
And to take you back, I told you I'm also a village boy. So during the school holidays, I would go to Kirinyaga for a week or two. And then I would come back to Nairobi. So I used to shuttle between the two places. And in 1997, as I said, this is when I started being...
Because that's when actually the election, the first proper multi-party election was held.
Yes. I think the first multi-party election was in 1992.
Yes.
But then 1997 now was very fired up. And I remember there was a teacher's strike in 1997 when I was in class 1. And we were out of school for a while. Remember those days, there was a very fiery nut Secretary General.
Yes.
I forget his name.
Yes.
So I used to go to Kirinyaga, and the elections used to be held in December. So in 1997, December, I remember Mwai Kibaki. Because in the village where I come from in Kirinyaga, it was DP. Those days, the slogan of DP was ukweli na umoja na haki, or something like that.
Yes.
And I could sense some political activity that was going on.
Yes.
Posters being put up
everywhere. Yeah.
And people saying Moi must go.
Yes.
And as children now, 7-year-olds, we were also now running in the same and saying Moi must go.
Yeah.
We want Kibaki during those days.
Yes.
And that was also the first time when I also heard of Mother Karua. Because Mother Karua, I think, had run in 92 and won the Geshogo elections.
As an MP. Yeah.
And then 97 as well. Subsequently, she also got another term. And I remember people talking about mother. As a small boy, when my uncle came with the newspaper and they were talking in the living room, I could hear them saying, hey, we wait for our mother. You know, meaning, have you heard of Mother Karua? So Mother Karua was known to be a very tough woman.
Yes.
And now, as a result, I could hear she's a lawyer and she's very fiery
and for a woman, that's unheard of for,
in fact,
for the longest time.
Yes, in Kirinyaga, and we had not had a woman, a member of parliament before. So I think Mother Karua basically broke the glass ceiling. Of course, now we have had
even governor,
more women. We have more
MPs.
women who are getting much involved.
Yeah.
In politics.
Yeah.
But then I just wanted to mention how my earliest memories.
Growing up in politics,
and how I just also landed on the political environment.
Yeah.
But then I also must say that whenever I went to Kirinyaga, my grandmother gave me land. At that age of
like this is your land or
just gave me shamba. Told me. I want you to be farming on this land. So I used to plant maize and beans. And then, because I had seen her when because we have this big land, she used to plant maize and beans.
Yes.
And then there used to be a period where we used to say, Kokobora and Bembe, is when the maize is
harvesting,
people are coming and they are buying off.
The green ones.
The green ones in lorries. I could see my grandmother counting money. And I told my grandmother, I also want to count money like that. So my grandmother told me, okay, what I will do, I will give you a piece of land. Farm on that piece of land.
Yes.
And then you're also going to kobora your mind.
Yes. And count your money.
And that's what happened. In fact.
How many acres did she give you?
It was just a small piece.
Like 10 by 10s?
I can't remember quite, but it was not a very big.
Okay.
It was just a small place because I'm the one who used to go and lima. And it's a very interesting story because I mentioned earlier my cousins, Michael and
the
Christine.
older ones, yeah.
Their father, the Lord rest his soul, every time I was farming on the land, and they would call me to their house to go and have tea. Because I used to go and early in the morning. That was a very young boy. Yeah, that was.
And that's during the holidays.
During the holidays.
Yes.
And I would go and dig because I used to see how people are digging in the farm, and they would call me. Come and drink tea. And I would say, no, I have not yet finished.
I have my targets.
Yes. And now, in hindsight, now my aunties and my mother and my grandmother now tell me, your uncle used to say, this fellow is going to help himself. I'm trying to translate.
You are a bit industrious for a young guy.
Yes, you say, to say, this guy is going to help himself. And now, my grandmother also tells me, because now in the village, having also grown in the village a lot, I have roots and had friends. So I used to call friends, other small boys and girls.
I know, yeah, where they could take you for work, and then next weekend you can also do. Take them for
so they come
community work
and help me in my farm. And there was this one time. We are still very good friends with my friend Robert.
Okay.
Now Robert is a teacher somewhere in Kutus. And they used to come and one time one of the pangas got lost. And I had to sit all of them down and I whipped them. And I said, can you produce the panga?
You cannot steal from me.
You cannot. Where is the panga? So that is how serious I was.
With the farming.
With farming and ensuring that things that, things that have been given, I know that.
Yeah.
And when I look back, I see a lot of me, what I have become. Forming.
Yeah.
If I now actually think
those are the
about
foundations.
Those were real foundations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at what point did you, of course, the politics sides have had, but at this point, were you saying, okay, now for you to be a politician and mother is a lawyer, maybe this is the route I want to take?
In fact, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I have one of my uncles who was a senior government officer at PS level at that time. So, and during days, Jamhuri days, we used to go to his house.
Public holidays.
Public holidays here in Lavington.
Yeah.
They used to invite us for Mbuzi. And him being a very senior government officer, I admired him very much so. And I think I had started feeling like I would want to be like him. And this is 97. In 98, I was transferred from Kenyatta University Primary to Kirinyaga to a boarding school called Kiruga Municipality Boarding Primary School.
Yes.
And meanwhile, because now we had started interactions with my uncle, I used to write letters to my uncle at the age of 8. And now when I look back, I used to tell him that I wanted to be an engineer.
Okay.
I did not know what an engineer was, but I had heard.
But it sounded really good.
It sounded really nice. But I had heard him is a quantity surveyor. But I had also heard people talking very well of engineers.
The guys who build the roads.
I didn't know exactly what engineers do. And in my letters to him, I used to write to him and tell him, I want to become an engineer. That was the earliest memory. But then as I continued now in Kiruga Municipality Primary, I realized that I actually admired people in leadership. And now I started to remember that I had started reading newspapers at this age of 9, 10. And in newspapers, and I used to listen to the radio. And a lot of times you'd hear lawyers who are parliamentarians.
And making laws,
policies, making noise there, and they
jokes.
They are firebrands. And I particularly remember James Orengo. PLO Lumumba, who actually later became my professor. I remember President Bill Clinton at the time, Margaret Thatcher, because when I was born, Margaret Thatcher was
the Prime Minister.
Yeah. I used to hear, because they used to have a radio and I used to hear one or two things. That is how I decided that I was going to become a lawyer. The reason why I decided I wanted to become a lawyer is because I wanted to do what these guys are doing.
Yes.
These guys who are very vocal.
Yes.
I want to be like them.
Yes.
They are making laws and they are basically coming to help people, in society. And I remember one of our MPs at that time, I think it's called Kibicho, has also been a lawyer. So I thought maybe for you to be a parliamentarian,
you have to
be a lawyer.
So
that is how I
took that trajectory.
I took that trajectory.
Interesting. So by this time now, you want to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Did you research what it takes to be a lawyer?
Honestly, not. In fact, I don't know that I'll be jumping the gun, but I was more certain when I went to high school.
Yeah.
I was more certain that I was either going to be three things. I was either going to be a lawyer. I was either going to be a lawyer, a DC, the provincial.
Because that was serious position.
Provincial administration, or a teacher.
Yeah.
And I remember all these were informed by my desire to change society. Because I am very passionate about changing people's lives. And during that time, provincial administration was extremely powerful.
Yes, it's like a governor now, if you think about it.
In fact, it was more powerful than a governor. Because if you remember, we had 8 provinces.
Yes.
And for example, a province like Central Province has several counties now.
Yeah.
And it was only under one PC.
Yes.
So the PC was very powerful.
Yes.
In fact, I remember recently, maybe about just when I joined AT, I booked an appointment to go and see David Musila. David Musila used to be the provincial commissioner of Central Province at one time. He had just written a very nice book called Seasons of Hope. So I had read it. I had really identified with what he wrote. And I went to see him. Just to tell him, actually, I wanted to be you. I wanted to be a provincial commissioner.
Just that?
Yes, I wanted to be a provincial commissioner.
Yes.
I wanted to be in the provincial administration. But then this mostly came up when I was in high school. That's when I actually crystallized and knew I would either do either of this. And I ended up being a lawyer, but as we'll discuss later, I also undertook public policy and administration. Because I also wanted to see, am I able to get into that line of administration?
Yes. Anyway, let's not jump the gap.
Yeah.
So you do your primary school mostly in the Kirinyaga municipality?
Yes, Kiruga municipality.
Kiruga, yes.
Yes. So that was from 1998. And I think that is where I was shaped.
Yes.
Kiruga municipality was an amazing
experience.
And in fact, it was the best boarding school in Kirinyaga County.
Yes.
At the time.
Yes.
And the reason why I was taken to Kirinyaga municipality, number one, my grandmother said I was already becoming bigger than my age. And
that is very interesting.
Yes, and I was already now fighting in school. So my parents
back in Kenyatta
University.
Primary.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was being called. The parents were being called that I am fighting. And so my grandmother, she's a very wise woman. In fact, if my grandmother went to school, one of my aunties says she would be a Wangari Maathai. Because my grandmother is brilliant. She said, this young man, if he continues his education in Nairobi, he's either going to refuse school, get into bad company, or he's going to be expelled because he's already starting to fight.
And get wasted.
Or he's going to get wasted. So I went to Kiruga municipality because it was known for discipline. In fact, the school motto of Kiruga municipality was good conduct and passing exams.
It was that serious?
That serious. That is where I was shaped. And
but in this maybe first, second year there, were you always part of the people who get punished, or?
I was in problems.
Always?
I was in problems.
Until you are...
The manager and the proprietor, may the Lord rest his soul in peace, Mr. Munene, we used to call him Mane. So he's the manager, of course, now short form. We used to call him Mane.
Okay.
That gentleman, surprisingly, he used to be my mother's teacher in high school. Okay? So he started his own shop. So he started his own school.
Yes.
And it ended up being one of the best one of the best schools. It still is a very good school currently. Yeah. And he was an education enthusiast and a strict disciplinarian. So he used to ensure that all of us are disciplined. We used to walk in straight lines. Whenever you're going to the washroom from class, you walk with your hands behind in a straight line. Whenever you're going to eat your githeri in the dining hall, you walk in a straight line. You could not start seeing papers all over. He was that kind of, that's why I say this is where
perfectionist.
Yes, this is where I was basically shaped because number one, at the age of 8, I was spending days and nights out away from home.